Hey, what's up, guys? Your favorite storyteller here, bringing you another anime fanfic adventure. Grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right into today's story. Wake up! The alarm blared to life as a very angry voice yelled at the sleeping Naruto, causing him to panic as he turned the alarm off. 8:10, the alarm said as Naruto looked around for who yelled at him, but couldn't find anyone. Shrugging, he instead sighed as he got dressed, excited and at the same time terrified for what training Hanoke would put him through. A yawn escaped him as he knocked on Hanoke's door, it opening to reveal a grinning Hanoke. "You're late," he said simply, having heard the alarm going off. He didn't mind as he himself could attest to the pain of waking to an alarm clock. Naruto sighed as Hanoke led him towards a public training field. A sign nearby read, "Training Field 2," as Naruto could see some teams honing their skills. Hanoke led him away from that towards a small area with a simple training dummy. "I got permission to use this area to train you, but we can't disturb the other team or we will be kicked out," Honoke explained to a nodding Naruto. "Now I'm going to slowly show you the moves and have you try to do the same thing. Don't be annoyed or anything if you don't get it right away. It takes time," Hanoke explained as Naruto nodded again. He took a deep breath before quickly doing a 5-hit combo on the dummy, being nearly invisible in the while from how fast he did it. He then slowed it down to be visible to see that he had punched twice with his right arm before kicking the head and twirling to hit with his left hand and finishing it off by using his right elbow. He then looked to Naruto, who looked in both awe and confusion about what happened. "Whoa," Naruto gasped out when Hanoke smiled. "This is part of my style. I'm more just curious on if it suits you or not before training you up to that stage. It's called the Many Fast Plate style, a unique style that my father helped me create. Using the speed I have, I use my chakra to increase my speed and pull off precision hits on an enemy. It's akin to the Hyuga's gentle fist style, but a bit different. I don't have the Byakugan to spot the chakra points of people," Honoke explained as Naruto looked even more confused. "What's chakra?" he asked to the laughter of Kurama. "Excuse me if I don't know it." "No need to laugh," he yelled towards Kurama. "You know I'm right here, inside your consciousness. Now you just look like even more of a fool." Kurama laughed some more as Naruto groaned. "Great, so the voice is in my head," he said as Honoke just stared at him. Chakra is, Iruka can explain that better than me, honestly, but it's energy that flows throughout your body along a network. Now you can draw upon this energy to use jutsu. It can be replenished with sleeping and eating like any other type of energy you use. Using hand signs, we direct the chakra along our network to certain places to create the effects we wish to use, such as using clones and shooting fire, stuff like that, Hanoke explained, coughing in embarrassment as he just brushed off Naruto's weird comments to himself, not wishing to know why he did it. Naruto made a hum sound as he thought about it. "So I take it that you're a part of my chakra?" Naruto thought towards the mystery voice inside him. It seemed to shrug. "You could say that, but not necessarily. My name is Kurama. If you want, I can try to help you access your chakra, but you have to take it from there." Kurama answered back with a shrug, wanting to see what would happen if he gave Naruto a push. Naruto nodded. "Yosh! Okay, Kurama, let's do this!" he said to the shock of Hanoke. He looked pumped and energetic, but then stared at Hanoke in confusion. "Now what?" he said to the exasperation of both Hanoke and Kurama. "Let's try something simple. This is called the Henger transformation jutsu, which is used to transform you into someone or something else in order to gather information on targets," Honoke said as he showed Naruto and directed him through each sign, carefully explaining what each one did as he did so before yelling, "Henjutsu." A cloud of smoke surrounded him as Honoke transformed into a perfect likeness to Naruto himself. "Pretty cool, huh?" he said with Naruto's signature grin. "Wow, you became me. Wow, I look so cool," Naruto said, dashing around and looking at the henge from all sorts of sides before Honoke changed back. "Now you try," Honoke said as Naruto nodded, quickly going through each sign. "Henge Jutsu," he yelled as the smoke surrounded him before seeing him transform into Honoke-ish. It was like seeing Honoke shrunk to Naruto's size, along with some of Naruto's characteristics bleeding through the disguise. "How did I do?" he grinned as Honoke henged into a mirror. "H!" Naruto looked in confusion, not expecting to see a childlike Hanoke reflected before both released their respective henges. Don't be that sad. That's a lot better than what I did when I first used it. Hanoke smiled and put his hand on the shoulder of the crestfallen Naruto. Really? Naruto asked as Hanoke nodded. Yeah, I was trying to come up with a special disguise for it to peep into the girl's room and, well... Hanoke nervously chuckled as he coughed a bit. Want to see it? He asked as Naruto nodded. Hanoke sighed. Henge's jutsu, he said after repeating the signs. The smoke faded to show a girl like Hanoke with great big breasts, yet still having Hanoke's beard and blackish hair. Where a ponytail once stood split into two great ponytails, Naruto screamed both out of shock and terror at the henge in front of him. The training team came in and also screamed at the sight before Hanoke released the henge. What the heck was that? Naruto nearly yelled again before Hanoke sighed. Needless to say, it didn't go as planned. How about you try it? Hanoke asked as Naruto frantically shook his head. You could try using it to prank people. If you get it right, men will mostly always fall for it. It's great for pranking people. Hanoke added as Naruto gained a glint in his eyes. Kurama was both annoyed and disturbed from the sight of Hanoke's girl henge. He gulped as Naruto pictured in his mind what he wanted to do. Henjutsu, he said after showing the proper signs slowly. The smoke went up once more before it started swirling around Naruto. Hanoke was interested as he watched in suspense. Hi! The smoke soon went to cover the legs and the ends of the big breasts that Naruto now bore. Hanoke couldn't resist as Naruto said hi and his nose bled greatly as he fell back. Yup, indeed, Naruto's sexy henjutsu was born. Naruto looked in confusion as Kurama sighed. Oh boy. Well, he wasn't lying when he said men everywhere would fall for it. Kurama reasoned a bit as Naruto grinned. I guess it's too much for you, huh? He said again, still in his henge. Too sexy. Hanoke said, nose bleeding once more as he passed out. Naruto released the jutsu with a grin. Sexy, huh? No idea what that means, but that's what I'll call it. Sexy henjutsu. Naruto said to no one in particular as he went to leave before seeing the training team passed out from nosebleeds. He looked in confusion before grabbing Hanoke and heading towards the academy. He had to tell the old man about this. The academy seemed to loom over the kid, with the Konoha symbol proudly shown at the front. And within its walls also hosted the Hokage's office, which consisted of a desk stacked with paperwork, and that is where we find ourselves now. Naruto grinned as he burst into the office. Old man, Landlord-san taught me something really cool and passed out from how cool it was when I did it. Naruto said as the third mentally cried happily. Finally something to distract me from paperwork. Thank you, Naruto. Wait, what's that about Hanoke passing out? The Hokage looked in confusion as Naruto's words sank in, his eyes gravitating towards the unconscious Hanoke, who still had traces of blood coming from his nose. Hiruzen started looking worried as he looked back at Naruto. Why did he pass out? He asked slowly out of concern, only to see Naruto's grin growing. Oh, Kami, what pain have I unleashed upon myself just now? He thought as his gut screamed that something was about to go horribly wrong. Naruto's hands were slowly weaving through hand signs before he shouted, Sekenjutsu! Naruto yelled as the Hokage face-palmed, what has he been teaching the kid? He thought out of exasperation until he saw Naruto. So, what do you think? Naruto air-kissed as the blood gushed out his nose, sending him backwards. Naruto grinned as he removed the henge. Heh, this really works. Even the old man can't beat it. Naruto said proudly as the third wiped his nose and pleaded for Naruto not to talk about it. Maybe, Naruto teased as the Hokage coughed and called security. Hey, old man, what's that for? Naruto asked as Kakashi came in with a bored expression on his face. In reality, Kakashi was laughing his butt off, but couldn't show it out of respect for the two men that fell victim to Naruto's technique. Hey Naruto, what's this new technique of yours? Kakashi asked as the third begged him not to show it. Naruto's grin grew. Oh, it's nothing, Naruto said with a glint towards the Hokage. Kakashi chuckled a bit as well before deciding to spare the third Hokage from further embarrassment. Okay then, well, seeing as Hanoke is down for the count, I think I can help out a bit for the rest of the day. Still impressive how you came up with the jutsu after his terrible execution of it. I bet you can improve upon it as well to make it even more powerful, but that's for another day. Kakashi stated calmly as Naruto looked at him with bright, curious eyes before looking crestfallen for some reason. Sorry I did that to them. The old man still has important paperwork to do, and Honoke was supposed to teach me taijutsu and start teaching me some shinobi history. Naruto seemed oddly remorseful of his actions as Kakashi sighed. It's fine. It taught them not to underestimate you now, didn't it? Kakashi seemed to smile as he ruffled Naruto's hair. I'll help out with the training for today as Honoke and the Hokage recover from your jutsu. Kakashi said as Naruto's mood immediately improved. But know that I'm going to push you hard and far with this. Don't let me down, Kakashi warned as Naruto nodded. And so began the most exhausting day of his life. Kakashi did not lie when he said he would push the kid and pushed him into doing tons of physical exercise. Kakashi also began teaching him the beginning of chakra control, which he sucked at as the leaf kept moving away from his forehead, much to Naruto's annoyance. Kakashi said to keep practicing until he got it down, and soon after, the day ended. This routine kept itself up for the next few months, of just practice, training, and spending more and more time with Honoke and Kakashi when he actually showed up for the training. He still teased the Hokage here and there, and actually found out about his crystal orb when the Hokage didn't hear him sneak in one day. Before they knew it, a month went on by. Naruto's taijutsu was getting to a really good level, enough to compete with most Genin while he was able to control the leaf a bit, especially with Naruto's massive chakra pool. It wasn't perfect, but it was better than Kakashi expected, since many struggled with the exercise. He started learning a bit about shinobi history, but it was clear that Naruto didn't like this as much as time went on. He was a very active child, so Kakashi could practically hear the boredom that radiated off of Naruto as he listened to Honoke talk about shinobi history. He decided to change it up after about a week of no progress. How about instead of just hearing about the shinobi history, we play it out? Kakashi asked, to the confusion of Naruto. Kakashi sighed. We reenact the history lesson of the day and think about what the person would have done in the situation given their personality and characteristics. Kakashi explained as Naruto looked actually interested, much to the surprise of Honoke as they nodded. Okay, so we were talking about the battle of Hashirama and Madara, two friends with opposing views. Madara only cared for power and tended to use vicious means to get it, while Hashirama was more like you. He cared for his friends and wanted to create an era of peace between people. He was a leader and the first Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves. So when they went to the Valley of the End, their ideals, goals, and methods finally came to a head. Hashirama wanted Madara to stop his plans to conquer and destroy the world, while Madara wanted to get Hashirama out of the way. The two decided to fight with neither able to get ahead. Kakashi explained the lesson as Naruto instinctively connected to Hashirama's character. Before he knew it, his mouth opened. Madara, it doesn't have to be this way. Just head back. All will be forgiven as long as you quit this obsession of yours, Naruto said, the words coming effortlessly. Kakashi looked shocked as he played along, not sure how to feel about the confusion found on Naruto's face. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Hashirama, but I already hold the power needed to reshape this world. No more hate and misery will taint this world again. Kakashi said as Naruto seemed to not think that's what Madara had said for some reason unknown to himself. That's not true. Your idea of a world will destroy love and happiness as well as hate and misery. It's not real. How can you even call that a world worth living in? Madara! Naruto yelled, his hands reaching towards his kunai for a reason that escaped him. Thankfully, Kakashi only had given him a training kunai, but the threat still stood clear. Honoke looked concerned, while Kakashi just looked surprised. If that's how it'll be, then come at me, Hashirama. Let's finish this once and for all. Kakashi wasn't even talking at this point in Naruto's eyes, as Naruto's surroundings faded around him. He was on top of the twin peaks that would eventually become the Madara and Hashirama statues, as Hashirama himself facing the younger Madara. He dashed towards Madara with his kunai out as he was blocked by Madara's own kunai. It doesn't have to be like this. You can still come back, Hashirama and Naruto said in unison. Madara scoffed in disbelief. Come back to being scorned, hated for my eyes? Thanks, but I'll pass, Madara said, but some part of Naruto still said that was wrong. The words changed. There's no way I can return at this point. I haven't reached my goal, and I will never return to that place. Madara said instead. Hashirama leaned back with gritted teeth. Then I'll make you see reason, Madara. I'll bring you back if it's the last thing I do. Hashirama flashing through signs that Naruto himself copied. Wood release. Wood Dragon Jutsu. A giant wood dragon came out and went towards Madara, who quickly dodged, only to get blasted away from the explosion it caused. A hand landed on Naruto's shoulder as the scene faded away back to Honoke's apartment. Naruto blinked in confusion. What happened to Madara? I was just fighting him, Naruto asked, mostly confused himself as Kakashi sighed. Did you just see the battle between Hashirama and Madara? Kakashi asked out of exasperated confusion as Naruto nodded. He repeated the signs that had summoned the wood dragon and yelled the jutsu name again to nothing happening. I assume that was the technique he had started the fight with? Kakashi asked this time. Naruto nodded again as Honoke and Kakashi looked at each other. It was weird. It was like I was Hashirama. When you were talking, it felt like I could hear the words that Madara actually said. It was weird. Naruto admitted in confusion. Let's try this again some other time. We don't know what would happen if you got attacked by Madara when you go into this state. You came at me with kunai as if in a trance. You might hurt someone if it happens, but I think it's only limited to Hashirama since you two have very similar goals and characteristics. Maybe you just relate heavily to him? Honoke said as Naruto hesitated before shaking his head. Whatever it is, I can't let it hurt me. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. My dream is to be the next Hokage and make everyone become friends with everyone and end the fighting, and nothing is going to change that fact. Not now or later. Naruto put his thumb on his heart. And I swear on that, he grinned as Honoke sighed in relief. Kakashi ruffled Naruto's hair. Yup, now get some rest. It's been a long day. It's already nearly time for you to go to bed, he said as Naruto smiled. Okay, see you later, Landlord-san. Kakashi-san. Naruto waved goodbye as he went to his apartment. As soon as they heard Naruto's apartment door open and close, both of them visibly relaxed. What the? Did he actually... Honoke was still trying to come to terms with what Naruto had said as Kakashi leaned back, mask off, as he sighed. I don't even know, but if there's one thing I know about Naruto, he's going to surprise people. I managed to capture the signs that he used, and I'm thinking of taking it to Tenzo to see if Naruto was right. If he was, then I don't even know at that point. Kakashi admitted aloud, afraid of a wooden dragon actually coming out if Tenzo performed the jutsu. He hoped that Naruto was wrong, or else there would be dozens of questions. This is an S-ranked confidentiality conversation at this point, probably. We can't let someone find out about that at any costs, Kakashi stated to the nodding of Honoke. Most definitely, my lips are sealed. Hopefully it's just a crazy imagination, but I doubt it would be that simple, honestly. Honoke sighed as he said it. Kakashi had to agree as he put his mask back up. Well, I better get going. I need to test this and hope that it's just the crazy ramblings of imagination. Tenzo had been unable to recreate Hashirama's wood dragon jutsu as he didn't know how to do it, so if Naruto's right on this... Kakashi sighed out of exasperation. This will be one crazy week for us all. Kakashi finished out of frustration as he shunshined out of the area towards the academy. Honoke looked towards Naruto's apartment in worry, hoping that he was wrong for his own sake. The night passed in tension as Naruto finally fell asleep, having only heard mumbling and being unable to understand it. Kurama, on the other hand, understood the words and looked towards Naruto in curiosity. Apparently, I was right to help you out here. Who knows what would have happened had I not stopped you back there that one day. Kurama wondered aloud as Naruto found himself in front of a giant fox with thin wooden gates separating the two. Where am I? Naruto asked out of confusion. I'm that voice you kept hearing. Kurama shrugged. Naruto looked a bit confused, but it soon turned to awe. You look awesome, Naruto said as Kurama smirked a bit from the praise. I mean, you're a giant fox and it looks awesome. Kurama, right? Naruto sheepishly laughed as Kurama nodded. Let's be friends, Naruto suddenly said with a grin as Kurama shrugged. Sure, but I'm only going to help a bit. No sense of helping too much and destroying your body from chakra overload, Kurama casually said, enjoying the fear that went over Naruto's face. Wait, what now? Naruto said quickly, unable to hide the fear in his voice. Relax, relax, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually pretty curious about helping you, but right now you're nowhere near strong enough to remove this seal and the like, so I can only help you a tiny bit. I'm not going to do anything to put you in danger or anything you know. Kurama laughed from Naruto's fidgeting. Oh, okay, he said as Kurama turned around a bit. Now get some rest. I don't like your alarm clock blaring while you sleep still. Kurama seemed to glare a bit as Naruto sheepishly laughed again. Kurama let the words sink in as Naruto's eyes widened, looking very much like a deer in the headlights of a car. Oh, Kami, you were the one who yelled "wake up" all those times, were you? Naruto realized as Kurama grinned viciously. Naruto gulped as he slowly walked away. Kurama rolled his eyes at Naruto's childishness. Relax, for crying out loud. I'm not going to hurt you or anything. We're friends, right? Kurama asked as Naruto nodded, holding his fist out. Kurama looked at it in confusion, having not seen him do this before. It's called a fist bump, apparently. I saw Choji and Shikamaru do it before to show that they're friends. So I want to try it, Naruto said as Kurama brought up his paw and pushed Naruto's fist with it. A smile went to both of their faces as Naruto faded from the area, falling asleep in happiness. Kurama was content, but was still going to yell at him if he didn't wake up to his alarm. Kurama didn't know why he was so nice to this human, but he scoffed at his thoughts. Who cares at this point? He was interesting and still finding new ways to surprise him. His ego still inflated a bit from being called awesome. Kurama fell asleep with a smile on his face. The night came and went, with both Naruto and Kurama having sweet dreams until an alarm blared once more to signal it being 8 o'clock. Naruto smacked the snooze button a bit harder than he meant to, but still sleepily. Kurama nearly yelled before he yawned and got up. Well, I'll be. Kurama grinned as Naruto shrugged. Yeah, Kurama, I'm actually getting up for once. I know. Naruto dismissed the words as Kurama snickered a bit. Wonder how long this will last? Will the world be destroyed? Will the moon turn out to be an ancient goddess hell-bent on making all the chakra in the world hers? Kurama asked mockingly as Naruto couldn't help but laugh. Yeah, right. Naruto laughed out as he made his way to the mirror. Both him and Kurama looked and blinked. Did I always have these markings on my face? My eyes look a bit different too? Naruto looked confused as Kurama shrugged, both noting that Naruto's body did that too. Wait, how did you do that? Are you able to control my body now? Naruto asked out of confusion. How am I supposed to know? This is news to me too. Kurama replied, equally confused as Naruto in this mess. Well, whatever the case, let's just be careful on that. We still got training to do. Right, Kurama? Naruto asked to receive a nod from Kurama. I guess I just get to train alongside you now. How troublesome, as a certain Nara would say. Kurama snickered out, both feeling a bit uneasy, seeing the expression and action mirrored on Naruto's face in the mirror. Yeah, meeting Shikamaru was an experience, wasn't it? Naruto snickered himself before noting the time. Oh no! We're running behind! He nearly yelled as he hurried along with his shower and getting clothes and ready, before heading to meet Kakashi and Honoke in Training Field 7. Apparently, the people of Training Field 2 no longer wanted Naruto around, so Kakashi offered the training field that was reserved for himself. At least, that's the official version. It turns out that the people of Training Field 2 wanted to see the sexy Henge Jutsu more for some purposes that Kakashi, Honoke, and Kurama didn't want Naruto to know, so they moved to Training Field 7 in private. You're late. Honoke smirked as Naruto tried sneaking into the field. Also, if you wanted to sneak, go around the back and enter through the trees. It might have made you late, but you could claim that you were there the whole time and I just didn't notice. Then again, you would need the tree-walking jutsu mastered before you can do that now, don't you? Honoke's smirk stayed while Naruto gave an annoyed pout. Not my fault, the tree decides to make me slip off. He pouted as Honoke chuckled. So where's Kakashi-sensei? You call him by his name and sensei yet I'm still Landlord-san? Honoke pouted as Naruto rolled his eyes. Okay, Honoke. Naruto dragged it out, seeing the hopeful look on Honoke's face. He smirked. San. Both of them burst out laughing from the clear baiting Naruto was pulling. Still better than Landlord-san, I guess? Honoke laughed out. So what if I call you Landlord Sensei? Naruto couldn't resist as Honoke bonked him. Nah, use Honoke Sensei or Honoke-san, Honoke said as Naruto rolled his eyes. Hi, hi! Naruto dismissed as the two laughed again. The laughter slowly faded out as Naruto looked somewhat annoyed with a side of worry. But seriously, where's Kakashi-sensei? Usually he's here by now. Naruto asked as Honoke sighed. He's probably not showing up today. He had an important mission come up last night and told me to just have you keep practicing the many fist plate style and your tree walking skill. He figures if you have your chakra control up. Honoke lied effortlessly as Naruto sighed and finished the sentence. Then I can learn the Dijutsu during my time in the academy, correct? Naruto asked in what appeared to be pure practice and sarcasm rolling off his tongue. Honoke nodded with a smile. Yup. So let's get to work. With one final nod from Naruto, the two went a bit further in where they saw another kid around Naruto's age struggling and failing the tree walking challenge. His black hair seemed to spike up in random directions, but the symbol on his back was unique. Naruto looked in confusion, having never seen the symbol before, other than when they were heading towards the Akimichi restaurant. Hey, what are you doing here? Naruto yelled carelessly. The boy seemed to ignore him as the tree launched him off again. Naruto growled in annoyance, but Kurama simply watched the two. Good entertainment didn't come cheap, and he was interested in what would happen. Naruto tried to run up to the kid, who went for a punch. Naruto ducked and swept him instead. The boy tried getting back up, but had a kunai placed right above his neck. Now talk, what are you doing here? Naruto demanded, but the boy simply humphed. Why should I tell you? You're annoying. The boy answered as he tried to grab the kunai, to which Naruto moved it down south with a menacing grin on his face. The boy's eyes grew in terror. Oh, okay, I was just watching you practice that tree walking thing and wanted to try it, he said, not wanting Naruto to press down where he was. Naruto smirked victoriously. See, was that so hard? Naruto asked sarcastically before jumping back. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. What's your name? He extended a hand out to the boy as the boy instead swatted it away and got up himself, annoying Naruto in the process. Nothing you need to know. The boy tried as Naruto had a glint appear in his eyes. He grabbed the kunai menacingly. Really now? Naruto asked, becoming angry at the arrogance that the boy was portraying. Really now, I seem to remember a certain little you that was just as arrogant. Maybe you're mad at him for being like how you used to be? Kurama wasted no time with the jab as Naruto groaned a bit. I mean, you're not wrong, but he's acting like he's better than everyone else. I never did that. Naruto countered as Kurama rolled his eyes in disbelief. Yeah, right, mister. I'm going to be the next Hokage, believe it? Isn't that acting better just via words and not actions? Kurama struck back as Naruto didn't have a response that time. It's fine in the end. Just don't get hypocritical on me. Frankly, this kid's getting on my nerves too, Kurama admitted with a shrug. Oh, okay, geez, no need to threaten it twice, you stuck-up prick, the boy said as Naruto's eyes twitched a bit, having never moved the kunai from where he jumped back. The boy didn't notice nor care. It's Sasuke Uchiha, and I frankly don't care if you stay or go, just leave me alone already. Sasuke seemed to pout as he continued the exercises. Naruto growled a bit in annoyance. Hey, how about you learn some manners? I'm going to be the next Hokage, believe it. What's with the constant dismissal of my presence, huh? Naruto finally had enough of the attitude that Sasuke was portraying. Kurama's eye twitched as he was annoyed after just telling him to not get hypocritical. You, the Hokage? Yeah, right, that'll never happen. Sasuke dismissed as Naruto went to punch him. Sasuke leaned against the punch and quickly flipped Naruto over, surprising Naruto in the process. Anoke watched as the two went at it with each other, with a chuckle and a smirk. Rivals tended to help progress by a lot, and seeing that both were around equal footing, even though the two never admitted it, was perfect motivation to push them both forward. He couldn't help being worried by Sasuke's name, though. The Uchiha, huh? Guess that's the younger brother of Itachi. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting to watch. Honoke sighed as he watched the two bicker and help each other improve. Honoke had heard about the unrest in the Uchiha clan and the talks of revolution. Even the third Hokage was worried about a civil war breaking out. But if Naruto could befriend and get Sasuke off that path, it would be for the best. Honoke decided to just stay back and watch, waiting for Kakashi to get done with the test. Hours passed by as the two challenged each other to insane task after task to prove their worth. Eventually, they set their sights to a race to the top of the tree, and both were making good progress now based on the rivalry. Before, Naruto could barely break halfway, and now he was nearly 75% of the way there, with Sasuke not so far behind him. Kakashi walked on by with Tenzo behind him. Honoke groaned a bit at the sight. "Oh, Kami, it's S rank now, isn't it?" Honoke whispered pitifully as Kakashi nodded with the same resentment towards it. "Hey Naruto, Sasuke, take a break for a bit, we got guests!" Honoke shouted as the two ignored the order, instead continuing their race to the top of the tree. "No way, I'm gonna beat him and show him that I'm stronger!" Naruto shouted back to the annoyance of Honoke. "If you don't get here now, no visits to Uncle Choza," Honoke said, as Naruto grabbed Sasuke and jumped off the tree. "Hey, what's the big idea?" Sasuke yelled as he tried escaping Naruto's grip. Kurama smirked and added a bit more strength to it. He had grown to appreciate the food Choza always put out, and he wasn't going to let this stuck-up brat ruin that. "Yes, Honoke-sensei." Naruto acted super obedient to the point that Honoke couldn't resist laughing a bit from the sight. Choza's food worked wonders at creating a threat against Naruto. Thankfully, Naruto didn't eat it all the time, so he didn't have to get as bad as the Akimichi, and he still ate ramen most of the time, just not all the time anymore. Naruto seemed a lot healthier as a result of this and didn't look so malnourished. He had even grown a few inches as a result. However, he had the start of the Akimichi gut as well, much to their equal annoyance. Naruto's eyes wandered a bit before meeting Tenzo's in confusion. "Hi?" Naruto asked out of confusion, much to Sasuke's snickers. Naruto accidentally pushed him to the ground, which started another fight as a result. Honoke bopped both of their heads before it got too bad. "Yamato here is a user of wood release and wanted to test something that you had said before, Naruto," Kakashi cautiously explained, not wanting Sasuke to be a part of this discussion. Sadly, the boy refused to leave and instead looked at Yamato Tenzo as if they were challenges to be overcome. Yamato took no mind to this and instead looked at Naruto. "Now, Naruto, do you remember the signs?" Naruto shook his head to Kakashi's question. "Well, I had, and told Yamato here about them. Let's see the result." Kakashi smirked a bit, unseen by Naruto or the others. Yamato used the proper hand signs a bit slowly as he yelled, "Wood release, wood dragon jutsu." A wooden dragon, smaller than Hashirama's, came out as Naruto looked in awe. "I told you I saw it happen." Naruto looked downright proud, even though both Honoke and Kakashi looked downcast. "Why are you guys so sad? Did you not believe me?" Naruto asked as the two shook their heads with identical sighs. "It's not that. It's more we didn't want you to be right, since now that puts a heavy burden on you to help Yamato out as well as keeping this a secret from others. It puts a huge target on your back that we can't let others find out about lest you get hunted by the world," Honoke explained. Naruto looked afraid now and could understand what they meant. Well, maybe it was a fluke. Naruto seemed downright scared at this point, having learned about the power scales that ninjas could eventually get to. He was just 7 for crying out loud. Sadly, no one would believe that you just so happened to find one of the long-lost techniques of Hashirama on a fluke. It's too unbelievable. Kakashi countered as Naruto sighed in defeat. "Then I have to get stronger and get the strength to protect myself and Kurama," Naruto said with a grin, not noticing the flinches from Kakashi, Honoke, and Tenzo. Sasuke looked a bit confused at the three, but they quickly hid the expression. "Who's Kurama?" "The only thing this kid has in him is a stupid amount of stubborn guts. Probably just some imaginary friend or something knowing this idiot." Sasuke thought to himself with rolled eyes. He was not a fan of his so-called rival. At most, he was a nuisance he could do without. The day ended soon after that, for the most part, as Sasuke tried to split from the group, to which Naruto ran over to his new friend. "How about I walk you home? No one should be out by themselves," Naruto said with a grin, to which Sasuke ignored him. He tried again before Sasuke slapped his hand away. "Hey, what's the big idea? I'm just trying to be nice," Naruto yelled. "What are you talking about? You threatened my life twice in a row. Why would I ever want to be friends with you?" Sasuke screamed back. He turned and ran away, unaware that Naruto had tears coming out of his eyes. Naruto vaguely noticed the tears and the touch to his shoulder. Don't worry, Naruto, he'll come around. He's just not used to the idea of friends yet. Although he did have a point given you threatened his balls twice back there. Hanoke tried to reassure him, knowing how painful that was. Naruto numbly nodded, wiping his tears before following along. The night went by slowly, as Naruto kept thinking about what he could have done better. Even Kurama was silent, trying to find out why the kid felt familiar to him. He vaguely remembered the Uchiha clan, but his memories have been spotty since his time with Kushina. He sighed as a result, knowing that Naruto needed some help. He just didn't feel like he could be the one to give it out. The door creaked open, but surprisingly enough, it wasn't Naruto's. "Naruto, wake up!" Kurama yelled. Something was wrong about this. Naruto jolted awake from his friend's words as he rushed outside due to Kurama's yell, seeing Hanoke's door open. He rushed towards the door in fear and looked towards the room. Hanoke sat at his desk, facing the door for future apartment owners. Naruto screamed his name before he noticed the red that surrounded Hanoke's body, as well as the fact that Hanoke wasn't moving at all. "Hanoke!" Naruto screamed to the heavens, having many of the neighbors waking up from the noise. Kakashi himself also came over, and upon seeing Hanoke, instructed everyone to head back to their rooms, closed the room off, and stared at Naruto. "Naruto!" Kakashi swiftly said to the crying kid. Naruto was unresponsive. "Naruto, we'll get to the bottom of this, I swear it, but you have to calm down." He tried again to no avail. Naruto's eyes shifted a bit. What were once pure blue eyes with a shade of crimson shifted to have a swirl of the colors, with neither color able to see on top. Violet eyes stared at Kakashi. "Who did this to him? Why? He was an honest man. Why was he murdered?" Kurama and Naruto yelled at Kakashi, but all Kakashi did was swiftly knock Naruto out in response. "I don't know, but we'll get to the bottom of this," Kakashi said to the unconscious kid, happy no one was around to see their tears. "I promise you, we'll solve this," he continued on, mostly to himself. Alright guys, that's it for today's story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment with what you want to hear next, and of course, subscribe for more. Until next time.